Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing a base model Jeep Wrangler 2-door. Before we get into this video, I'm going to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this Wrangler. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 20 around town and then 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 270 horsepower and then 295 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see pretty basic with the Sport, but you still have the little things that hold the windshield washers. And we've got the base light here on the fender flare, and then you guys can see the halogen lights. And then I like how this has the darker grille. It looks really cool in contrast with the red. Tow hooks here on the front bumper. We've got fog lights on either side as well. And when you put it all together, you know, for a base Wrangler, it looks cool. Now, popping on the side here, our tire wheel setup is 245, 75, 17 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see with the wheels, they're also blacked out just like the grille. Got the Wrangler signature fender flares here. And then we do have a solid front axle. Blacked out badges here on the side, and then you guys can see everything else has been blacked out. And then this one's a soft top. And here's your full side view with the 2-door. I mean, this has an iconic look, doesn't it? Now here's our key fob. It does have the Jeep logo, but pretty base overall in terms of the functionality. And this leads us into the cargo area. So this is really light for the tailgate, and you can see the little JL plaque there, which is always cool. Now you can pull this up with a soft top if you want. I'm not going to do it, but you can see we've got storage here for all of the bolts and everything that go to the top of the screws, rather. And then you guys can see there how it's body painted. But yeah, the 2-door is definitely smaller with the storage space here in the back. And plop. Got the baseline taillights here. I've got a recovery hook here on the back. And then you guys can see here with the blacked out wheel, another cool look. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks on this Sport, but I think it's cool the contrast between the black and the red. Now, taking a look at the front and only door panel, I guess. You've got padding here. Yes, we do have hand crank windows, as you can see, and then the mirrors are also manually adjustable. Then we got the new style of cloth seats, really cool with the stitching. I think that looks nice. Manual adjustments here on the side as well. Now, I've been in the second row of many a 2-door Wrangler, and basically you can fit people back there very comfortably. You also have big windows there in the back, so visibility is great. You do get stuff like vents there in the back. You got cup holders as well. If you want to see a more in-depth look at the back, just look at my other 2-door reviews. Then we got our light control here with the fog light control, and then we got a little Wrangler and Gladiator, which is pretty cool. Now, taking a look at the steering wheel, pretty base with the material use. We do have radio controls on the back with our cruise control, controls for the center stack, voice command, phone controls as well, and then the stalks there on the back. And then, as you can see, we've got this analog gauge cluster. You do have a screen there in the center, which lets you scroll through to see different bits of info on the vehicle itself. And then in reverse, we do have a rear view camera. Resolution on the camera is actually pretty solid, and I like the Jeep logo there off to the side. And yeah, even though this is a base Wrangler, still have a huge infotainment system because this is standard on the Wrangler, which is crazy. But we do have single zone climate. You guys can see pretty good response time overall. I like how the vehicle page is a Wrangler, but yeah, there's a new screen. Down below, we've got analog controls here for the radio climate system. Again, single zone climate. You got your off-road cruise control, stability control, auto stop start as well. And then look at the dash, by the way. It's pretty cool with the cloth trim that goes across. Anyways, auxiliary switch live down below, and we've got 12 volt here off the side. Driveline select, so we have 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, neutral, 4-wheel low. And then our shifter for the 8-speed automatic transmission. It does have a manual shift function too. Traditional brake here. We've got some cup holder action. Then look at the center console. Very nice. Got a USB inside of that as well. And then we do have a manual mirror dimmer here at the top. And then with the soft top, you got the latches here. I like how it shows you everything to do there. But yeah, it's one of the nice things, easier to take off than the hard top. So here's our window sticker for this Wrangler. Base MSRP, $31,895. And it actually comes with quite a bit as standard. The only thing this has added to it is the automatic transmission and off-road mirror kit by Mopar, as well as the satin black grille. So yeah, not a lot added to this. Anyways, total MSRP, $37,305. Let's see how it drives. let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear, and well, two-door base away. I mean, literally, if you took away the automatic transmission, I mean, this would, yeah, it would pretty much be as base as it gets. And that'd be really cool if I had a chance to review like a true base model manual, because like that's, you know, as inexpensive as it gets. I mean, that'd save us another 2,500 bucks, so that'd put us at like $35,000, which I know some people are gonna say that's a ton of money, but I mean, for a modern car, especially a SUV, 4x4, all that kind of stuff, it's not too bad. Is that a new M2? Of course, they have their Instagram on the side. Yeah, it's a new M2. Of course, they have their Instagram on the side. That's every single time someone buys I feel like every single time someone buys a performance car, their like personality becomes a performance car, and they always have like an Instagram page dedicated to it and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, just kind of funny. But back to the Jeep, seats are pretty dang comfortable, and on top of that, this turbocharged engine performs quite well. So there's a ton of traffic up here, so I'm going to do a little bit of a different route, just to kind of avoid what's happening up here. But yeah, really good torque, and let's see kind of what the steering and handling feels like. That two-door feels so small. It's crazy. Yeah, it just has such a nimble feel to it. It's really, really different. But yeah, overall ride quality's it's definitely rougher than the four-door. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, braking's great. Yeah, see, now we have no traffic. See, this is what I was hoping for, no traffic. Because down there is a lot worse. Yeah, so much torque. It's quite impressive. Quite impressive. So to, you know, kind of sum things up with this base model two-door, I think this is a really cool vehicle in today's world where everything has, I mean, this still has a massive electronic in the center, but, you know, no power windows, no power locks, no power mirrors. Like, there's so much manual stuff on this that, I mean, you have the peace of mind that, you know what I mean, that it's a lot less that could potentially break, which is really cool. I guess unless you accidentally like break the manual function of the mirror, or the, you know, break off the handle for the window. I guess that could always happen. But yeah, I think this is really cool that Jeep still makes this in this form. I will say though, I find it absolutely hysterical that this exists in this form, but then it still has that big screen. I said this in another review, I feel like Jeep should like have kept their tiny minimalist infotainment system for this, because that would make a heck of a lot more sense rather than, yeah, this massive screen in a more baseline car. But let me know your thoughts.